Hey everybody, and welcome to our affiliate marketing training tonight. My name is Trevor, and I'm going to be hosting this. So tonight, we're going to explore the world of Rakuten, which I guess how you pronounce it. Rakuten, or a little better known as Linkshare, but it's owned by a company called Rakuten. How many of you guys who are here live with me actually know what this is? Heard of Rakuten before? Some of you guys have seen it, heard of it maybe a little bit. I would venture to guess most of you guys haven't used it. Yeah, most of you guys haven't. Okay. So Rakuten is an affiliate marketing platform. So far, up to this point in these trainings, we've said, hey, choose a niche, create a site, build content, and toss a bunch of AdSense ads from Google on there. And we showed you guys how to put those AdSense ads on your site last week. Okay, so, but guess what? There are more ways to monetize your website than just AdSense. And this Rakuten is definitely an option for you. In fact, if some of you guys, when you initially came into our program, were really interested in posting links on behalf of other companies, this would be a direct application of that, because Rakuten basically finds what are called advertisers. In fact, I had a little not graph. What do I want to say? But just kind of an image to illustrate this. Where is it? I think it might be here. Hold on just a sec. Let me find it. Ah, yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, see that? Okay, so I've got three images here. You've got the advertiser, you got the publisher, and you got the consumer. This is in essence how affiliate marketing works. Okay. And yes, Kathy, I knew you had done a little bit with Rakuten before. You've got an account there. But we'll walk you through it. We'll walk you through it. So on the internet, or at least within affiliate marketing, you've got advertisers, you've got publishers, and you've got consumers. So what Rakuten is, if you see here on your left, you see this advertiser icon right here. Rakuten is a company that goes out and finds advertisers. Now, you guys aren't advertisers, okay? An advertiser, for example, would be a company like Lego. You guys know what Lego is? Go to lego.com. Here in a couple of years, I'm going to be buying these like crazy for my son. I can almost guarantee it. We buy him the bigger Legos, the Duplos, I guess they're called. But right, this is a recognizable brand, isn't it? And this would be an example of an advertiser. Okay, they've got a product or a service that they're trying to sell to consumers. Well, I would love to be able to sell Lego products, and I'd love to be able to sell them at a wholesale price, but I can't do it. Lego won't let me. I would have to have kind of like a big retail store, right? I'd have to have my own like toy store, physical location. I'd probably have to buy a certain amount up front in order to even qualify to sell their products on my shelves. Certainly as an internet marketer, there's no way I could get my hands on it. They're not going to give it to me. I'm too small, right? You'd have to be a multi-million-dollar website, at least toy website, to be able to get involved with these guys. So I can't sell their stuff at a wholesale price. But because of companies like Rakuten, and I'm going to take you back to their logo just so you can remember them, I can work with these guys, okay? Because Rakuten has set up a relationship with Lego to where if I market Lego products, I get a commission. And not just Lego products. Rakuten has they have relationships with lots and lots and lots of different companies, a lot of big name brand companies too. So essentially, in order for me to be able to market and post links on behalf of Lego, I have to have a Rakuten account. And through Rakuten, I can get an opportunity to promote Lego products. Okay? Does that make sense so far? So let me show you what that's like. Let me open up a new window here, and I'm going to go to. Actually, you know what I do? I remember link share a little bit better. So if you want to, I'm going to type in linkshare.com. It's going to take you to Rakuten's main site. Excuse me. I'm glad I have a mute button because I feel like I'm coughing every few minutes. If I go quiet, I'm probably coughing. So this is linkshare.com. This is Rakuten's site. If you want to create an account here, you're going to come up and hit where it says Publishers Join. Okay, so I'm going to click Publishers Join. You guys are publishers, all right? So let's just make sure we understand that. Back to this graph that we were looking at a second ago. An advertiser is a company like Lego. A consumer would be somebody like me, right, who's going to be buying products from Lego for my son here in the next few years. And then a publisher is basically, or you guys are publishers, okay? And so when you sign up with an affiliate brokerage like Rakuten, you want to sign up as a publisher. Okay, it makes sense so far, guys? All right. So, and by the way, let me clarify something here. Your question brings up a good point. Kathy says, I keep getting mixed messages about using various affiliate ads on my websites. So I should choose just one or two for now and save the rest of the information for later when I've grown quite a bit. Okay, so really the question here is, at what point should I be adopting these different advertising companies onto my site, right? Well, here's what I would do if I were you guys. I'm only introducing this now, not because I think you guys need to hustle onto Rakuten and set up accounts and start plastering ads all over your site. You don't necessarily need to do that. What we've taught you so far is you need a niche website, you need content, you need to apply and get set up with AdSense first, get an account there. Once you've got AdSense and you're posting ads on your site and you're building content, you may consider adopting other affiliate opportunities onto your site. There's more than just Rakuten. There's one called CJ.com we're going to teach you guys about later. There's Amazon's affiliate program called Amazon Associates. There's ShareASale.com is another one. I will be teaching you guys about these different affiliate brokerages, but for right now, we're just going to focus on Rakuten, okay? But I want you to understand this is the crux of this idea of posting links. You set up with a brokerage like this, they get you in touch with companies that you can post links. And oftentimes, before you can ever do this, you need some kind of a website to set up an account. So that's why we've waited to get you to this point. You need a website to start. Rakuten is not like Doba. It's totally different, and you'll see as I get in and show you. All right, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I just want to show you the basics of registering at Rakuten, because it's a lot like any affiliate brokerage registration. We're talking about your blog, Megan. So this isn't really applicable as much to your e-com site. This is your affiliate blog we're talking about. So this is a publisher registration. You're gonna put in your country. They're gonna ask about your entity type. If you're an LLC, you're gonna select LLC, put in your LLC name. They're either gonna want a social security number, or let me put in my country first. All right, so United States, LLC. If I'm an LLC, they want my business name and EIN. If I am an individual or a sole proprietorship, they're just going to want my social. Now, they need this information for tax reasons and to be able to pay you. So it is safe. I don't usually like to give out my social security number, but I feel comfortable with this site, so I would feel comfortable doing it if I needed to. Another reason why it's nice to have an LLC is you can essentially cloak your social by putting in your EIN. Anyway, you fill out the rest of this information, your address, phone number, etc., more contact information. Now, this is where they're going to want information about your website. Most affiliate brokerages assume that you're going to be posting their ads on your website. So they want to know your website name, your website address, when it started. They're going to ask you about, in this case, they ask about what's your primary business model. Most of you guys are going to be kind of like content niche as your business model, like we've talked about. Unique visitors per month, you're going to be less than 500 at this stage. Page views for months, you're going to be less than 500 because you're a newer site. You're going to give a short description about what your site is and what it's about, what it focuses on. You're going to select a category. You're going to select what gender is most likely to use your site or be interested in the content. A lot of you guys are probably going to put both. I know I did with the strawberry site. Put in the age of that demographic that you think will be using your site most. They go into payment threshold here, where it says specify the balance amount you would like to trigger your monthly payment at. So you can go higher than $50, but in other words, until you generate $50 worth of commissions, they're not going to pay you out. You got to get at least $50 in commission before they're going to write you a check or send you money through PayPal. Okay. Rakuten is who sends you the money. Not any of their advertisers. It's going to be Rakuten that pays you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, eventually, yes, you'll probably want to sign up different accounts for different sites. Catherine, yeah. If you've got multiple sites, you'll end up doing multiple accounts, most likely. There are some exceptions to that. Language preferences, put that in. Come down here, go through their agreement. You'll sign and you'll agree and you'll sign up for your account. Okay. Questions about the application? Pretty straightforward. This is about what most look like. Please be honest and accurate on your application. I don't even think I need to say that to you guys. Okay. We good there? Now, once you're into Rakuten, in fact, let me see if I can pull up. I think I've got yeah, here we go. So this is an account I just created today to show you guys kind of what a test account would look like. When I log in, they're going to tell you to do a few things right off the bat. I know this is really small, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I want you to make a couple of notes here, okay, because you need to do these first thing. Number one, it says enter your payment settings into the My Account account info section. Okay, so let's open this up and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, well, I'm not going to show you my payment information, but bottom line is you'll go there and you'll select how you want to be paid. Do you want to be paid through like a check written to your account? Do you want to get paid through PayPal? A direct deposit into a bank account? You can set that up for how you want to get paid. But remember, you got to make at least $50 before they're ever going to pay out. Okay. I typically just use PayPal. I think it's easy. And no, there's no cost to this at all. No cost at all. Good question. So number two, complete your account profile to provide greater detail on your account. So this is important. Provide detail on your website and how you plan to drive traffic to your advertisers. This information helps us connect you with advertisers who are looking to partner with publishers like you. So in other words, they're telling you to go into your account, and I'll show you where to do that here in just a second, and give them more information. That way, if there are advertisers that are sifting through the publishers that are signed up with Rakuten, and they're like, hey, this guy has a strawberry website, and I'm a very famous nursery here in the United States. I'd really like to have my advertising on his site. Then they can send me a message and hook up with me. So advertisers could contact you to try to advertise on your site. but it's more likely, especially at the very beginning, you're going to be trying to make contact with them. Okay? So let's go do that real quick. I'm going to close this out. So let me zoom back out for a sec. Under my account, it's account profile. Okay, so account profile, and then you basically fill out these different sections. What kind of traffic sources do you expect to get traffic from to your site? Most of you guys will select what I selected, which is organic search. That means search engine traffic, social networks, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, that kind of thing. It's going to ask you about your customers. What countries are they going to be coming from? Well, since I have an English site, I selected English countries, or primarily English-speaking countries, et cetera, et cetera. I won't go through all of these. These are actually pretty self-explanatory. Actually, maybe not. Paid placements, you're going to say no for now. User-generated content, no. Newsletters right now, no. Although later you may switch that. Mobile app, no. Downloadable software applications, no. Hit no on all of that stuff because none of that will apply right now. Okay. All right. Once that's done, guys, this is where the fun stuff begins. Now you can come over here to programs and categories. Okay. And it gives you a big database right here of all sorts of different types of categories. You're going to go for what fits your site best. All right. So I could come into clothing and accessories. I've got games and toys. Just for this example, let's do games and toys. I'm going to click on that category. And Rakuten's going to say, okay, here are some of our advertisers that fit the games and toys category. Currently, you can see right here there's 114 companies that sort of fit this mold. You see the logos there on the left. Here's a company called Swingline. Okay, and if you don't know anything about the company, you can just click on it, and you'll learn. So we can look at Swingline. Does anybody know what that is? Have you guys heard of Swingline before? I don't think I have before. It shows the year that they joined the Rakuten network. That's 2015. Oh, Megan, you have? Cool. Very cool. Yeah, maybe I've seen some of their products when we look at it. Commission, they pay out 11% on everything. Now, what that means, guys, is it means if you post a link, okay, so I have a website, I post their link on my website. If somebody clicks on that link and buys, I get paid. How is this different from AdSense, real quick? We've been talking about AdSense all the way up to this point. How is this different? Oh, you guys are all telling me they make staplers, huh? Okay. I didn't know that. Okay, a few ways this is different than AdSense. Number one is I'm choosing these guys, right? AdSense, Google's displaying whatever ad they want to display on my site. I actually get to choose these guys and feature them on my site. So that's kind of a pro and a con, right? If you're a lazier advertiser and you just want ads to show up for you, AdSense is better that way. This I actually get to choose. Well, here's the big difference though. AdSense, you get paid simply off of somebody clicking. They click on the ad, you get paid. It doesn't matter what they do. This type of affiliate marketing is called a CPA, which is a cost per action, meaning you only get paid if somebody takes action and buys the product. So I could post this link all day long, and if people click on it, I'm not getting paid anything until somebody clicks and buys. Then I'm getting paid, according to them, 11%, right? Now, how is all this stored? How do they know Like, how are they tracking this? I guess that's my question. Right? Like, I'm posting this link on my site and people are clicking on it and I'm getting paid. How is it getting tracked back to me so that they know that I'm I'm the one that's owed money at this point? Yeah, first of all, when I once I get an account with Swingline here, they're going to provide me with my own unique set of links so that it's indisputable. If somebody clicks on the link, they know it was me who sent them that lead and that sale, and then I know I'm going to get paid off of it. It's I'm sure you guys have heard of like cookies in your browser. Cookies are where information is saved, and that's how it's sort of tracked back to you. And so you're going to see this thing. I don't know if it's going to show it here, but they talk about like how long. So for example, if let's say I'm surfing the internet and I'm looking for a really nice stapler to give to my wife for Christmas, and I stumble upon one of your guys' sites and I see the Swingline ad and I click on it and then decide I don't want to buy right then because I can't afford this super nice stapler, but I decide to like bookmark the page and then come back later. And then later I decide to come back, and when I do, it's not through your site. I just remember it was swingline.com and I go and buy. Well, there's a chance you'll still get paid on that if it's within a certain time period. And so they're going to give you a time period where that's the case. It doesn't have to be right that second. If I come back 2 weeks later and buy, you'll probably get paid still, even though they may not have come back directly through the site, if that makes sense. And you can learn about those statistics as you learn about the company. Okay, so if I like these guys enough and I'm like, yeah, I want to do Swingline, let's first look at their products. Let me click on their advertiser ID here. Swingline. Okay, it's got information here. Oh, you guys are exactly right. Look at that. Staples, staplers, laminators. I suppose I could just go to their site, right? Can I just Google it? Swingline.com, I guess. There we go. Okay, so yeah, home and office stuff, pencil sharpeners, trimmers, laminators, staplers. Okay, it's office supply stuff. Now look, I've got right now, guys, I have a strawberry site, right? I'm about gardening and strawberries, and this is not going to apply. I probably wouldn't apply to this network because I wouldn't want to be posting these ads on my site. It's not niche enough. And I would be willing to guess if I came in here, and let's see, let's go to, sorry, I'm clicking all around right now. Let me get out of some of these tabs. So I don't confuse myself here. Okay, let's go back to where we were. Let's say I want to apply to this Swingline. I decide, yep, I definitely want to do this. Come over here and I would just hit the apply button at the right-hand side. Yes, and I agree. I will not give her a stapler for Christmas. I can do better than that. If I click on that, it says, Swingline, this advertiser has chosen to review and manually approve all applications. Your application status will be set to applied, and you'll receive an email if and when you are approved. Okay? We'll say I accept the terms and conditions and hit OK. And it'll say, thank you, your application has been submitted. All right. Now, usually what will happen is whatever email you put on the account, and you'll see over here now it's in pending status. So whatever email I put on the account initially, I can open it up later on, and I'll get a notification if they approve my application. Now, really, what's happening is I'm asking them to approve my account to promote their stuff. There's a chance they're going to go and they're going to look at my website and see if it's something that they want Swingline products promoted on. And they may or may not. In fact, earlier today, I applied to a company who rejected me. and they rejected me on the grounds of me not being related to their niche. It was a hosting company called register.com, and I went in there and I applied, and they said, nope, sorry. They got back to me a few hours later and said, we're looking for publishers that are more niche to our to what we're offering, which makes a lot of sense, because why in the world is a gardening website am I going to be like promoting hosting and domains and those types of services? Doesn't make sense. So you're probably, if you guys have one of these niche sites, you probably want to find something related to your niche, and those are the types of affiliates you should be applying for. And you'll be able to go down and look. So I mean, you can kind of come down here and see lots of different companies. Fisher Price, right? That's a pretty recognizable company. Mattel is through LinkShare here. Look at their commissions though. 3%. That's not something to get too excited about, right? But if you want to promote their products, their name brand stuff, that's all they're willing to pay, and fair enough. You're going to see commissions that vary pretty widely. Now, most of the time, commissions for hard, tangible goods like this, where you're actually promoting, in this case, Swingline staplers or whatever it is you're promoting, the commissions aren't going to be super high because they're physical products. They can't be. They can maybe pay out on the high side 15%. I've seen some higher, right? But most of the time, you're only making 5, 6, 7, 8%, 10%. If you want huge, huge commissions, you need to be selling digital products. Okay, what I mean by a digital product, as far as affiliate marketing goes, would be like ebooks, video series, stuff that they'll pay, and then digitally they get the product, and they can pay out these huge commissions, 60, 70, 80% on that kind of stuff, because there's no product cost involved. If somebody charges $100 for a weight loss ebook, it doesn't cost them anything. To sell 1 million of them, it doesn't cost them a penny more, so they can pay out high commissions. LinkShare here is not like a digital download type of affiliate offer. If you want digital downloads, you want clickbank.com. And I'm going to teach you guys more about ClickBank another time, but this is more for physical, tangible products. Clickbank.com is higher commission type stuff. Okay. ClickBank is like, you'll see 60, 70, 80% commissions on stuff like that. Anyway, it's just a different style of company. But anyway, so what I can do is, let's go to, anyway, my advertisers. Under programs, I can go to my advertisers. And I can come over here and I can see who's pending. So if I click the pending tab, I can see that Swingline is still pending. I can see my declined, and I was telling you guys earlier I got declined by register for this site. I wasn't really hoping to use these guys, but actually I got to tell you, the commissions are pretty good on like domain names and hosting and that type of stuff. So if you ever have a niche website around domains and hosting, the register would be a good one to work with. But anyway, this is where you kind of manage who you're set up with. And so what I could do is if I've got like this gardening site, I should come down here to programs and categories, and I should be looking through wherever their garden section is. So they've got a home and living. Here's a garden category right here. Also, there's a flowers category that also might fit the bill. Well, let's look at garden. And let's look at what kind of companies are here. It looks like a lot of like home decor type products. Victorian Trading. You guys recognize any of these companies, by the way? don't recognize most of them. I mean, that doesn't mean they're not good. Let's look at this one here at the top that had outdoor and garden products. So this is Victorian Trading Co. Starting commissions 5%. Okay, Victorian Trading Co. Let me go look at them. Trading Co. Here's their garden section. Garden. Okay, so they've got like this. This would be like garden decor type stuff, which I mean might have its place on a site like mine, right? People who are reading a site about gardening and strawberries and backyard gardening, they're probably the same type of people that would buy a little bit of gardening decor. So I might say, yeah. I mean, this. I've got outdoor furniture, fountains, garden attire. Maybe let's click on that. Right. It's obviously got sort of more of a Victorian style. I guess that's their niche here. But if I like this enough, I'm going to say, okay, fair enough. Let's apply, right? So let's go back to where I was just a second ago. Scroll over here, and let's just hit apply. Read the terms, okay. And my application has been submitted. Great. See how easy it is to apply? That's kind of the genius behind this whole thing. Can you imagine without a company like this, I would have to individually go to each one of these companies and try to set something up and explain what I'm doing. It'd be a nightmare. Now there's a section when eventually once I get approved, you can see what types of links you can promote on your site. They've got text links, they've got individual product links, they've got banners and image links. These would all be options for me. So I could come here to their home and garden, and here are all their links right here, individual products that I can look at. Right, all these products, and what I can do for all these individual products that we're looking at here is I'm going to be able to get a direct link to this product that I can post onto my site and try to sell. If somebody clicks the link and buys, then I'm going to get their 5, 6, 7% commission, whatever it is, right? Anyway, so you can kind of review what types of links you can promote. But that's kind of the basics of using something like Rakuten, guys. Again, let's just clarify real quick. When do you use Rakuten? Well, I guess this is the hard truth, right? If you've got this great looking website with all this great content and all these great ads posted all over it, that doesn't mean anything until you actually start getting traffic. So, a lot of times I'm not too focused on these ad networks, although I might go and sign up for them and snoop around and see what kind of affiliates I can set up with. But I'm not too terribly focused on them yet because I need to get traffic to my site. I need to build my content, do SEO on it, build links, do blog commenting, submit my site to directories, whatever I need to do to get traffic to it so that all of this even matters. Because it really doesn't matter, right? Not until you've got some traffic to it. But I still think it's worth your time if you're considering, what your options are in terms of monetizing your website, what kind of affiliates are out there, and this Rakuten's a good place to start. It's a really good place to start. Okay. Well, guys, questions about this? This kind of makes sense. This should be exciting for you guys to get in here and look at what kind of companies you can partner with. This is the crux of link building. When you guys first learned about this program, I think the very first thing you guys were taught, even prior to learning about drop shipping and eBay and some of that other stuff, was how it was posting links and how It's way easy to do, and there's a lot of money in it, and all of that's true. But you can see it's kind of a process to get to this point. And that's why we teach it a little bit later on, because sometimes it's helpful to have some of those other skills that you're developing in our program before you get to this point. I would say affiliate marketing is a little more advanced than a lot of the other stuff that we do. Okay. I'm not going to send out links to these sites. Just write them down. It's linkshare.com. You should be able to remember that, right? Linkshare, and that'll take you there. Link LINKSHA or SHARE. Linkshare.com. That's what takes you to Rakuten. Michelle, we'll be learning about marketing these affiliate sites in 2016. We're going to cover a few more of the ad networks. I want to make sure you guys know about how to use some of the other ones, some of the nuances in using some of these other ad networks. So that way you guys know how to sort of create a niche site, you know how to monetize a niche site. The last piece is going to be marketing, and we'll definitely be teaching about that. And you can use this for both affiliate marketing, your blog site, and your e-commerce site. I typically don't mix the two as much. You know, my e-commerce site, I make much better money off of just promoting my own products from my supplier. My percentages are better. So I don't usually do a lot of affiliate marketing on my regular site. This is primarily for your affiliate blog or an affiliate website. I don't usually like to intermingle the two. And Michelle, should you sign up for it now? It's up to you. I probably would. If I've got a website, an affiliate site, and I've got my AdSense already signed up, I would sign up for this and snoop around and see if I can't find some affiliates I can get excited about. This isn't something you have to wait on at all. It doesn't mean you have to plaster your site full of affiliate ads right now, but you should at least get in here and peek around. I'll be showing you guys how to add these affiliate ads to your site here in the next few weeks. If you have a blog on your e-commerce site, you are definitely welcome to use affiliate ads. Just you probably shouldn't use them on your main site. I'd split your time, Megan. I mean, at this stage, if you've got an e-commerce site and you've got a blog, and neither of them are really producing a whole ton right now, I would split your time. For sure. Work on both. Whatever starts producing fastest, that's what you'll emphasize. If you don't have Google AdSense for your site yet, you can still apply for these. Like you can go get an account with Rakuten if you want, but don't plaster Rakuten ads all over your site before you apply to AdSense. AdSense is very particular in the approval process about not approving sites that look like a bunch of ads are spammed all over it. So apply to AdSense first. Once approved, then you can start adding some of these types of ads. But all the while, Kirk, you can still apply for it. That's fine. Yeah, for sure. Vacation's coming at kind of an odd spot, isn't it, Christina? A lot of you guys are just getting started here. Some of you guys have been with me for a long time, but it seems like it's never convenient, right, to take a little time off. But I promise when I get back into the office, we'll all push forward. All right, guys. Well, I hope this has been helpful tonight. I enjoy working with all of you guys. I mean, you can imagine for me, it's just a lot of fun sharing some of these things that has helped me make money over the years, and it's fun to see you guys develop your businesses and make money, and we really enjoy what we do. So I hope you feel that as we work with you in the program. Well, we'll see you all in the new year, and thanks for coming along. Remember, our next marketing presentation won't be until I believe it's the 7th. fact, let me just double check. No, not the, yes, the 7th. So we'll see you guys on the 7th in January. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you next time.